Alright guys, this is just a quick run through on how to work the scouting tool beta. I decided to do a video just because I feel like it's going to be easier and quicker to knock this out than type everything out. So I'm just going to take you through the process. It's pretty basic. We're not even going to go through the franchise editor or anything like that. This is for the generated classes through the draft class generator created by Lobs and Cursive. So first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to open their tool to create a draft class. So you want to download the draft class creator version 2.1, and this is all you need for now. Later on, when we get the Madden draft classes in, you're gonna have to do a slightly different process. But for now, this is all you got to do. So we're gonna open this up. It is a massive file with some massive calculations in it, so it can take a little bit sometimes. We're just gonna go to the Output tab, and we're going to go up to formulas. Thank God they have it on manual, because if they didn't, it would constantly be running calculations. So calculate now. You're going to look down here. It's going to be running the process. I have a pretty beastly PC, and this thing still takes close to a minute to run. So let it do its thing, and we'll just pause here for a second. For those of you that don't know what this is doing, is they just have all these formulas and things like that to create these draft classes for you. It's pretty amazing, and the amount of work that they put into it is just insane. So mad props to those guys for what they did. Yeah, it's pretty darn cool. I met with draft classes last year. I was doing like a whole NCAA from the Xbox, converting it to a Madden thing. Actually worked out quite well, but my God, I mean, it was very, very difficult, and I never actually finished the project enough to release because there was just so much involved. But yeah, the draft classes they're insane. Okay, so we're done. So here is our generated draft class right here. So what I do, and I'm not 100% sure if this is how they intend you to do it. I just right click on the output. I say move or copy. I'm going to create a copy to a new book. I'm going to hit OK. Okay, here's my new book right here, book 1. I'm going to file, save as, save it wherever you want. I don't want an XLSX file. I want a CSV file. The reason for that is because there's just too much information in XLSX that Madden doesn't want or doesn't like to mess with. So CSV is just a standard comma delimited file, and that basically that's just what you want. Just go with that. We don't want this one. We want the standard CSV right here. This is the one you want. So click on that. I'm just gonna name it test right now because I already have a book 1. And just remember where you save it at, because you're going to need this file. So save that. CSV is done. Unfortunately, I just forgot, because I'm saving this. I just ran another the generated draft class is creating a whole nother draft class right now. So next time, before you save your file here, close that thing out. That way you don't have to worry about it generating another one. The way Excel works is if you have random formulas that generate every time you click on a cell and then hit enter, it's going to do it no matter what. What they have set up is just a bunch of formulas, and that's how their draft classes get created. But every time even if you're working in another workbook, because Excel is open, if you click on it and hit enter, or you save it, or whatever, it basically starts the calculations all over again. So, yeah, you wanna close that next time. We're almost done. We're at 76%. So, okay, but we're saved. Test CSV. We're good. So I'm gonna close that. I think it's gonna try to save again or do it again. Sometimes when you close, it's gonna try to do the same thing. It is. Nope, it didn't that time. Good job. Okay, so we're good there. Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open my tool. So when I release it, that's map progression working files. So it's called Scouting Tool. Again, don't change the name. The name is hard coded. So if you change the name of the tool, it will not work. Basically, all the things I released are going to be that way because I don't know how to allow it to have a different name. So just know anything you download that I've made, you got to keep the file name what it is. So, okay, we're going to open this up. Mine already has a previous one in there, but it doesn't matter because every time you click on this to run it, it is going to delete all this stuff and then import your new stuff. I do not have any of these things currently protected, which means you can click on anything and delete stuff. Okay, as you can see in these these cells right here, there is formulas. Okay, if you delete those formulas or mess those formulas up, you will break that cell. So this is a beta. I just want to get it out there real quick. I'll do all that stuff later on in the final release when I get everything done, but I just wanted you guys to be able to try this out so you can kind of see where I'm going with it and what I'm doing. So anyways, that's where we're at right now. So we're going to import the draft class. Clears all that stuff out that you had previously. Test CSV. This is my CSV I just did. It is going to, it's a pretty quick run. It doesn't take very long to load the data. Boom, there it is. This is my new draft class. You can see Devin Richardson is the first guy right here. If you wanted to double check, because I don't have it automatically closing that file you just opened. So here's that test CSV file that Devin Richardson. So you know this is the right one. I'm going to close that out because we don't need it. I'm going to save this just in case something happens. But here it is. This is your draft class file. It's got every single position and every single player and every single rating. I know we're only looking at quarterback. So this button right up here, or this cell right up here, this has all your positions. So when you click on this, this is what it bases the ratings off of. So if I'm on quarterback, it's showing the relevant quarterback ratings, which are these guys right here, and it's showing how it compares to quarterbacks. Okay, so obviously we have a right tackle, middle linebacker, defense tackles up top here. They're garbage. They're Fs, of course. That makes perfect sense. So from there, you would want to sort by position. So click on quarterback, and boom, there's your quarterbacks. And there is all their ratings right there. That's it. Pretty basic. You can do a few other things. Like let's say, oh, I want to see if any receivers can play quarterback. Now, chances of that actually happening are very slim, but you can click on any position you want and see how good they are. So if you kind of scroll down on wide receivers, obviously you can see none of them can throw the ball. Except for these two guys got D-. So, I mean, in a pinch. Not that you would have a receiver playing quarterback, but I mean, it basically, it can sit there and look at every position and let you know if they even have a possibility to play another position. So let's do fullback, for example. Let's click on fullbacks, then let's click on halfback. That's going to show us the halfback ratings, right? It will automatically change to the relevant ratings for halfback. Okay. And then it shows you right here that, well, most of these guys are fullbacks, so they kind of suck. And yeah, so you don't have any one of those like kind of tweening fullbacks that can sit there and run around and play at the halfback position in a pinch. You can click on halfback here. No, you got all your halfbacks here. Maybe you want to see if any of your halfbacks can play wide receiver, right? Man, this guy's really good. Anyways, you can do that. You can, oops, you can click on this, sorry. And then you can sit there and say wide receiver. Boom, it's going to change to the wide receiver relevant ratings. And now you can look and see if your main ones are your catching stuff in here. I mean, obviously these guys can run and do stuff, but you look down and see, oh, is there anybody that has really good catch? Well, you got a couple B minuses. Obviously, receiving backs kind of makes sense, right? Then you can see some of their medium, short, and deep route running. You can see some of their spectacular catches if there's anybody that pops out. So it just gives you the option to sit there and see if maybe there's a guy that can play another position. Sorry guys, my video cut out right in the middle. Anyways, so back to where I was at. A better example of this probably would be doing linebackers. Actually, let's just do middle linebackers. So let's click on them, and we'll go to the safety tab. And so now you can see if there's any linebackers who have really good zone coverage, maybe even man coverage, who can sit there and maybe handle a safety position, be a little bit bigger of a safety. Um, this guy's got, he's 6'1", 237. He's got B plus speed compared to other safeties, and he's got great zone coverage. So this could be something like a little tweener if you wanted to put him out there as a really big safety. Stuff like that. So you could just see where they can play other positions. And that type of stuff. There's also an option here. We'll select all players again. You can sort by any of this stuff. Okay. So sometimes I'll like to sit there and just sort by, you know, what the draft pick is and their round. So I would sit there and sort the draft pick first from smallest to largest, and then I would sort the draft from smallest to largest, and that basically gives you the projected pick of every single player in the draft, in order. Okay. So your first rounders, second rounders, third, all the way up to undrafted free agents. Once you get to undrafted free agents, there's no real sort. It just clumps them all together. You can also sort by position. Now, this is a little different. You can't do it like this. You actually have to click on that, right click, sort, custom sort, and then if you go to position, custom list, I'm pretty sure this is going to be in there. It's saved part of the thing. I don't think it's saved on my computer specifically. I honestly don't know how this works. But anyways, you have a custom list I made to sort them by position. So if you click on that, click OK, you're going to have all your positions in order. And then you'll also have them by, since you already sorted by draft pick, draft round, it'll be best to worst in each position. You can also, if you want to, let's click on just quarterbacks here so we don't need to do everything. Let's say you wanted to sort by who's got the best throwing power. Okay. I also did a custom list here. So if you right click, sort, custom sort, and then make sure you always sort by the right thing. So what do we say we're going to do? Throwing power, right? Oh, there's a lot of stuff here. Sorry. This has all the hidden tables too. So just to let you know, but throwing power is right there. And we can do the custom list again, and I got by letter grade. So we should be able to say okay, and then there you go. It gives you by letter grade the sort. Okay, so that is basically it. The only other thing you need to know is when you're done with all your stuff and you're ready to import a new class, make sure that nothing is hidden. There's no filters going on. Okay, sorts don't matter. Sorts are fine, but you don't want filters going on. You don't want to say just have all quarterbacks, because what ends up happening is if you try to import your stuff next time and there's filtered tables, it creates an error. So before you go to import again, select all positions or whatever you were filtering by, and just make sure there's no filter going on. The hidden filter with these things doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about that. It's just filtering by position. Basically, filtering any one of these categories will throw you off. Again, sorting's fine, filtering's not. That is basically it in a nutshell. So if you have any questions, you can hit me up on the Discord. I'm going to release this video and the tool at the same time. You guys play with it, practice. I'll be going on vacation for the next couple days, so I will not be around the computer to do anything else, but I just wanted you guys to try this out, see how it works, maybe give me some ideas on what I can do to improve it. As far as making it harder, I think the easiest thing to do is just eliminate the A plus or the plus and minuses and just go A, B, C, D, F. Again, that'll give you a much wider range and you won't know. So like all these guys right here would be A's. So, I mean, it could be maybe a 7-8 point difference between them. And I think just that in and of itself would be pretty difficult to decipher if you wanted to make the game a little bit harder. If you don't, I'm going to leave the option in for this. So basically, my idea is you would sit there and click either having it one way or having it another way, and then whatever, it's kind of like this box right here. Okay, so it would be like a selection, like it would be plus or minus or not plus or minus, whatever, and then depending on whatever you select, that's how your stuff would come out right here. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm hoping I can finish up the Madden generated one when I get back. It shouldn't be that difficult. It's just a matter of plugging in some numbers, and then I've already done all the groundwork for this thing, so it really shouldn't be that big of a deal. It'll definitely work with the generated ones. Should work with the Madden generated ones. Um, and I don't know how well this would work with, let's say, ones you download from Madden Share or whatever, because I don't know their rating system. If I had a guess, I would say it would probably be more in line with regular Madden. Um, but I don't know. So there could be some weird stuff. If things go out of range, you get an NA on these things. That either means it's just way too high or way too low. So again, I don't know for sure, but it'll definitely work with the Madden generated ones. They'll definitely work with the draft class generated ones. The draft class generator by Cursive and Lobs. Um, so yeah, that's where I'm at. Again, any questions? Hit me up in Discord. If I don't hit you up in the next couple days, that is because I'm not around. But yeah, I'll try to answer any questions I can. That's it, man. Bye, guys.